Good journey, everyone. Welcome to Space Oats, a Star Wars podcast. I am the Crucial Crew member, Jay, and I'm going to get started in a little bit. I'm a little bit behind tonight. I don't know. It's been a crazy day. I did a lot today. I'm a little tired, but I had a lot of fun today. But I just wanted to cue up something Star Wars today. I got to have something on while I'm doing this, right? But yeah, so we're going to talk a lot about some Star Wars stuff today. As usual, we'll do a little bit of Star Wars history. We'll go over some Star Wars news. I'm going to talk about today at Galaxy's Edge. I went to Galaxy's Edge today, hung out there. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, bought some things. Show you that in a minute. Whoa. Can't have that too loud, otherwise I might get banned. Anyway, didn't get a chance to do this yet, so I'm going to... my camera is kind of off, honestly. Which camera do I have on, honestly? Let me see here. I'm confused. Let me change this real quick. Put this view on. Yeah, that's not a very good. Anyway, yeah. Again, let me just adjust this a little bit here. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, a little bit not really set up too well right now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I got a good camera view. It's not too bad. Anyway, welcome to Today in Star Wars. Well, welcome to Space Oats Star Wars podcast. I'm going to go ahead and actually pour myself a little glass of wine here. Yeah, I'm drinking wine today. I don't know. I was in a wine mood today. Went and got myself a nice bottle of Merlot. So, queuing that up. You know what I wanted to do? Well, I'll get to that when I get to my Galaxy's Edge discussion today. But anyway, we're going to start things off with Today in Star Wars. How about that? Today in Star Wars, I'm actually watching Force Awakens right now because a little bit of history with The Force Awakens today. Yeah, so back to 2013. 2013, November 7th, 2013. Some Today in Star Wars. That was the day, November 7th, 2013, that we found out that December 18th, 2015 was going to be the release date for Star Wars Episode 7. Star Wars Episode 7 was going to be released in December. Crazy. We had not had that happen yet. Up until that point, all Star Wars movies were in May. So, we had never had a Star Wars film released in December. That was going to be something new that Disney was going to be trying out. I guess, I don't know what they were thinking. But it kind of worked, right? I don't know. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the change in the release dates of the Star Wars films? I know that it didn't happen for the standalone films. Standalone films, the ones that we had anyway, kept going in the May, or was it May? I don't know. We'll look at those in a minute. But up until that time, we had episodes 4, 5, and 6 all in May, either on the 25th or the 21st. A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, both on May 25th. Empire Strikes Back, May 21st. George Lucas still having the films, releasing the prequels, continued in that tradition, going with May for the prequel films, kind of bumping them up a week about or so. I mean, within that time frame, the mid to late month. Episode 1 was May 19th, as well as episode 3, and episode 2 being May 16th. So, but now that Disney kind of taking over, there was going to be a change. So now the release dates were going to be in December. So The Force Awakens, obviously today, in 2013, announced that it was going to be, so 2 years out, basically, this was happening, that it was going to be released in December, December 18th, 2015. So it was going to have a December release, a Christmas release. Last Jedi was going to be ended up being December 15th, and Rise of Skywalker ended up being December 20th. So all in that like third week of December was going to be the release dates for the films. You can kind of, I mean, if you want to get into the other films like the animated film, The Clone Wars, that was kind of a one-off. That was in August. That was basically just to kind of give us those 2 episodes in theater to kickstart the fall Clone Wars animated series. Rogue One also had a December release. That was December 16th, 2016. But Solo kind of tried to go back to that May release, having a May 25th, 2018 release. And that didn't really, I don't think that ended up doing too well with that because of how close it was. I've always said that that's probably one of the reasons why it didn't do very well at the box office, because of how quickly it was released after The Last Jedi, especially with the backlash that we got from Last Jedi with some of the toxic fans that were out there. But yeah, and the release dates, the only one that we kind of maybe have a release date of is the New Jedi Order film, which is looking like it's going to be a 2026 release. So we still got a few years to go for that next film to come out. But it looks like they're going to be going back to that May release date is the goal, is to have that 2026 release date be in May. And that's the one that's going to be the New Jedi Order film. None of the other ones have any idea what we're going to get with those. Still have a lot of to be announced on the Dave Filoni film, the Dawn of the Jedi film from James Mangold, and anything else that is still kind of maybe in development. The Taika Waititi films, which we really haven't heard much about, except for that he is trying to write a treatment, and hopefully pitching that. Any Lando series or whatever that's going to be that Donald and Stephen Glover are kind of writing. We don't know anything about that release. Rogue Squadron, I have no idea if we're ever going to see the light of day of that one. I don't think so, honestly. That one being, I think, kind of shelved. I don't think we're going to get anything out of that one. And then the other one that was kind of really not talked about too much was the Sean Levy film. Don't know if you kind of remember anything with that one, but that one really very, very not a lot of put into that one. Is not too much news on that one, but other releases of Star Wars, obviously, we're in the month of November 17th. We got Life Day coming up. That's the anniversary of the Star Wars Holiday Special. The Ewok films were both in November. Those were TV films from George Lucas back in the 1980s, 84 and 85. So, but yeah, today was the official announcement that The Force Awakens was going to be, well, Star Wars Episode 7 as we knew it at that time, because we didn't know the title yet. The title wouldn't be revealed until about a year later, in 2014. And then we would end up getting the final film a year later. So that is a little bit of today in Star Wars history. A couple other things that happened in today in Star Wars history. Also in 1978, today in 1978, was the end of the second run of Star Wars, as far as the release. So Star Wars being released, again, as I said, in 1977, May of 1977. So it kind of ran for like a first run, and then it had a second run. And the second run, basically, I never couldn't even really find dates on like how that happened, like when they would consider the first run ending and the second run beginning. But apparently the second run officially ended on November 7th, 2013. It had many other, I mean, it continued to be released almost all the way up until after Empire Strikes Back was the releases of that film, the original Star Wars film. You know, I mean, obviously it broke barriers, having even only being released in 32 theaters on the Wednesday that it was released, and then adding 8 more to 40 on that Thursday and Friday. That's like nothing compared to what we see as releases today. But yeah, it just continued to go through the theaters. You know, today movies come and go out of the theaters like nothing, but 60 theaters played the film continuously for over a year. So, I mean, can you imagine that today? If a film had that much popularity that it continued in the theater for over a year, that's crazy. Crazy, right? Yeah. So, but you know, it had its first run. Obviously, as I said, it went like right into its second run of the film, and that second run ended on November 7th, 2013. So, breaking all sorts of box office records and everything like that. So, Ben, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so that's a little bit of today in Star Wars history, just kind of the releases of announcements of release dates. Release dates are interesting, funny, as far as like when movies come out. If it's a movie I like, it doesn't matter when it's coming out. I'm going to go and see it, right? To me, it doesn't matter. I guess they always try to plan those releases either kind of around those holiday seasons to get that extra people not working, you know, maybe thinking about going to the movies and all that good stuff. But yeah, so that's a little bit of today in Star Wars history. A lot of stuff in Star Wars news within the past week. I don't know if you guys saw that. I don't know if you're big into. I'm not into NASCAR, by the way. I'm never been into NASCAR. Right? Yeah, all the film, right? Yeah, I remember like having friends that worked in movie theaters when movies were still film. I got to go into a back area of the movie theaters and see like the film and stuff. Like, it's interesting. But I don't know if anybody. I'm not a NASCAR fan, really. Like, but I'm kind of half tempted to like watch NASCAR right now because of the announcement of Star Wars and Columbia Sportswear. Columbia Sportswear doing a wrap of Bubba Wallace's car. So their team creating a Star Wars, and I'm going to throw up the picture here in a minute. I'm going to share it just so everybody can see it. But if you haven't seen it, it was kind of. I mean, the car is kind of honest. I mean, I guess it's supposed to look like an X-wing. So it's supposed to have that X-wing look. I don't know. It's kind of plain to me. I really wasn't too excited about the car itself as far as the way the car looked, but I love his honestly, like the driver outfit I think they did an amazing job. I mean, he does look like an X-wing pilot. I think it would be pretty funny if they actually cameoed him somehow in a future Star Wars project as an X-wing pilot. I think that would be pretty cool. You know what? Throw him into Skeleton Crew, or I mean, that's probably done production and everything. But throw him into season 2 of Ahsoka, right? Put him in an X-wing jumpsuit. Let him hop in a cockpit. He looks like he could be a cool X-wing pilot. Even give him that helmet, honestly. Yeah, I saw the commercials. Well, man, Mark Hamill's in the commercial. I don't know if that's actually Mark Hamill's house, but I think it was supposed to be Mark Hamill's house. I don't know if it's actually Mark Hamill's house that they filmed it at, but the helmet is really cool. Again, I'm not into NASCAR, so I don't know if that's the way all the helmets look nowadays, but like the air vent on the top and kind of looks like the rocket, the engines on the back of the X-Wing. But yeah, the flight suit, jumpsuit, like that's the coolest thing I think about it. So I haven't seen, I think he raced it. I think they had a race this weekend. I don't know. But yeah, Bubba Wallace, Columbia Sportswear. You can see the Columbia sponsorship all over the car. The race suit is, I think that's the best thing about it. The car, yeah, I mean, it's got the gray and the red, but it really, you can't really tell X-Wing. It doesn't like push you as X-Wing, honestly. But you know, it says Star Wars on the hood, but I would have liked a little bit of a different design for the car, I think, to make it look a little bit more like an X-Wing. But yeah, so Bubba Wallace gets the cool Star Wars treatment. I guess I don't know if this is like the first time that Star Wars and NASCAR has kind of gotten together, but yeah, so yeah, if you're into NASCAR, that's an interesting little thing that happened this past week. There is a commercial, like Ben had said, so you can kind of see that if you look that up, Star Wars NASCAR. You could probably find that commercial pretty easy. Young Jedi Adventures is releasing more episodes tomorrow. So if you're a Young Jedi Adventure, I'm probably going to be watching them. The air inlet, okay, of the helmet. Gotcha. So Young Jedi Adventures, we're going to get some new episodes tomorrow. Exciting if you're a Young Jedi Adventure fan. I don't know how many episodes are dropping with the series overall. I want to say it's probably about similar to what we've gotten so far, but a little bit of news with that. I mean, there's been a lot of nominations for that with the Children's and Family Emmy nominations with Young Jedi Adventures. So congrats to them. I think it's a great show. It's a great program. I enjoy watching it. I think kids, you know, I think it's a good like Disney Junior show for kids that we can get them into Star Wars and you can learn some stuff. But it got a bunch of different nominations. I'm going to run through them real quick. It got Outstanding Preschool Animated Series, Outstanding Music Direction, which I love the music direction. Composition for an animated program. The music's great. Outstanding Main Title. Outstanding Editing for a Preschool Animated Program. Outstanding Sound Mixing and Sound Editing for a Preschool Animated Program. Of course, it's going to get the sound. I mean, it's Lucasfilm, so it's got great sound quality. But so we got some new episodes coming out tomorrow. They're going to be released on Disney Plus and Disney Junior, and we're going to get a Life Day special with it because, of course, Life Day is coming up soon. And we're going to see Kai, Liz, Nubs, along with Master Yoda coming back, Zia, which is the Jedi Master, Zia, and they're going to go to Kashyyyk to celebrate Life Day and learn more about the Wookiees' holiday traditions. So that's cool. And then a bunch more episodes. So we'll get to see some more episodes. So if you're a Young Jedi Adventure fan, get ready for some more episodes. You're not caught up yet? Yeah, I mean, it's a lot, and it's only season 1. So, but a lot of episodes with that one. It's doing pretty well. So I love that they dove into the whole kids programming. Also, some releases with the next phase of the High Republic. If you're a High Republic fan, I'm trying to really start to get myself into the High Republic. Trying to make some time to get into going back and starting to read these, because some of the characters looking pretty cool, and I want to learn more about their stories. So, but they did a lot of concept art of a lot of the characters, Avar Chris, Porter Ingle, Bell Zettifar, and Ember, which that's what's kind of like that. I didn't know anything about this dog like Charhound character, and I am really kind of wanting some little Charhounds to show up in Galaxy's Edge. Buriega, Vernestra Rowe, Gira Staros, which I honestly didn't even realize that there was a character that possibly is related to Sena Staros. Maybe, I don't know. And Martian Rowe, the Nile. So yeah, cool concept art for those characters. And if you're a big High Republic fan, that kicks off, I believe, this month with its first like official big Star Wars Phase 3 release. I want to say comes out this month. So I know there's been some like excerpts and short stories released, but I think like the full Phase 3 like big kickoff with the first like big publication comes out this month. I can't remember what the name of it is, but the Eye of Darkness, that's right. Eye of Darkness comes out this month. And that's a novel by George Mann. And that's it. The story gonna pick up a year after the fall of Starlight Beacon. So if you're familiar with what's going on in the High Republic. So yeah, I really, that's like a goal of mine, is to, I don't know if like maybe I'm gonna just like try to dive into it when I go on my cruise, or when I don't know. I'm trying to think of when I'm gonna like vacation wise, when I'm gonna need to like be able to read a lot. But another, if you're into collectibles, I don't know how much it's gonna be, but Regal Robot is going to be releasing the Rancor concept maquette replica. And there's a couple of different editions that are going to be coming out. I'm going to throw this up here too, because I love the Rancor. I don't know why I don't have anything Rancor wise, as far as like toys or anything. Nope, that is not what I wanted to put up there. I had a picture that I wanted to throw up there. And this is what I want. This is what I wanted to throw up there. So yeah. So this is coming out. If you're into the collectibles like this, I don't know how much this is going to be, but this is something that, I don't know. I look at their collectibles, and Regal Robot seems like they're pretty expensive, at least kind of out of my budget. But yeah, there's going to be a couple of additions to this one. The one that I have thrown up there is the one with there's 150 of them that are going to have this plaque signed by Phil Tippett. So, and then there's going to be 100 that have a framed, one-of-a-kind, hand-drawn sketch from Phil Tippett depicting the Rancor scene. So, but I think it's, yeah, I don't know what the sketch looks like. I didn't know if that was like really shown on the site, but there's a, oh yeah, there is a picture of that. Let me see if I can't throw that up there real quick, because you can kind of see it in the other. So let me see here. Let me throw this up here. Nope, not that one. This one. Yeah, let me share this one. So it's a little bit smaller, but you can kind of see the sketch there. So there's this one as well. You get this Legacy Edition. There's 100 of those that are going to be released. You can see the little sketch up there. Right, yeah. I was looking at one that I think it was one that was released a couple years ago, and it was like $3,000. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of a way out of my budget to have a collectible. But if you have the funds and you're into that kind of stuff, I don't know when it's gonna come out. It didn't really have a release date. No, it did. It said November. It said November. Hold on. I can give the release date. It said November. I want to say it was like November 14th. I think it was a week from today, honestly. But I could be wrong. I want to say it was a week from today. Somewhere I found that it was coming out a week from today. But yeah, so you only got a little bit to decide on if you can budget that or not. I don't think that's not going to be something that I get. And if you're a Minecraft fan, the Path of the Jedi DLC, whatever that means, is now available. That actually just came out today. It was released today. So I am not a Minecraft fan. I know nothing about Minecraft. So yeah, I don't know anything about Minecraft. But what I do know is that the Kanan Jarrus, or Caleb Doom lightsaber came out last week, and yours truly, the Crucial Crew member, went to Galaxy's Edge today. And guess what I got? So I'm going to show you, for those of you watching. So it has the Phoenix. If you have a room that is filled with curio cabinets and Star Wars limited editions, this is one for you, right? So it has the Phoenix Squadron logo on it, blue and silver, which I do like. I like that a lot. And then on the top of it, it has, in Arabesh, it says Padawan Caleb Doom Kanan Jarrus. So, which is in Arabesh, which is really cool. Downloadable content. What downloadable content? The Minecraft stuff. Yeah. Yeah, you have to have like an upgraded version of it, all that, whatever. But anyway, yeah. So I love this saber. It's amazing. And it was better than what I thought, because I was reading about it and looking at it, and I almost thought it didn't come apart like I was hoping it would, and it does. But I kind of don't like how it does. And I will say that these are so much lighter than the other legacies. So Disney's already starting to get to the point where they are, they're making them so much lighter. Like, this is very light. It almost feels like plasticky, but it's not. It's metal. If you can hear that, it's definitely metal. But so it's got, if you have like the clips, the belt clips, you can clip it on and wear it that way. The other thing that I don't know why they did this, but the switch does not move up and down to turn it on and off. There's a little, you can't really, I don't know if you can see it, but see the little arrows? There's a little switch that moves on the side that turns it on and off, which doesn't do it easy. It's kind of tight. But But I love so this right here, this black, if you can see that, it's kind of leathery feel, and it grips really well. And then it's kind of got that as well. If you know the CSL one with these pieces that like stick out, but it's flush with the saber hilt. So it's super, super like comfortable to hold. But yeah, like I said, you can take it apart. So basically the top, I wish it was just like a snap click, kind of like how Kanan does. Like he basically just pulled it off and snap, boom, on. A little bit of to screw it on, but yeah. So you got the hilt part, and then you have the topper, which and the other cool thing that they do is they give you, and I wish these were a little bit nicer as well. I was happy with this, but I wish it was a little bit. They weren't just like plastic. Like they're plastic pieces. It's kind of get over here. They just kind of go in your belt loop, and yeah. So to put the two clips. So if you wanted to, you could basically wear it like Kanan wears it. I think. How does this work? Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. So you could put it like, it would be on your belt like this. And then, it's much more than a quarter turn. I wish it was a quarter turn. And then, and actually I did that wrong. That's why it wouldn't fit right. Yeah, because he wears it sideways on the back. So it would be sideways hanging on your back, right? Because he had that kind of behind him sideways. And then you have this piece which snaps in. And I can't remember if you wore it like, yeah, it would be like this, right? Yeah. So, and then it hangs like that. So it'd be hanging from your belt with the two pieces, and then they easily pop out. But if you were like really like pulling the Kanan Jarrus thing, here's the other thing that kind of don't like either. So like I said, it takes a good screw in, probably like 4 or 5 rotations to get that thing locked in. The other thing is that if you have the blade, you can't put it in once you have it connected. You actually have to have it disconnected. Then you have to put the blade in. And then you have to put the top from the top. So it kind of defeats the whole purpose of kind of making it screen legit, because you'd have to have the blade in, which you're not just pulling it out, snapping it on. You actually are pulling it down from the top. So wish they would have designed that a little bit differently. It is a blue blade. But yeah, very light. Very light. But I'm happy with it. So, but it's beautiful. I kind of dinged it up already. I'm kind of mad at myself. Because I dinged it up already. It's already getting It's already getting. But I have a feeling I'm going to be wearing this one a lot, so it's gonna get dinged up a little bit more. But anyway, that is the new lightsaber. I don't know what I'm going to do for Life Day yet. Oh, man. There we go. Don't know what I'm going to do for Life Day yet, as far as what I'm going to wear. But I'll put that away a little bit later. Still not really sure. But Life Day, I did find out. So Life Day next Friday, right? Next Friday. I don't know if anybody is coming to Batu. I know some people are coming to Batu to do meetups, and I'm going to be there. And I'm going to be there for the whole day. So it looks like. So I did find out yesterday that I am off of work. Yes, and I get to celebrate Life Day the entire day. So I will be in Galaxy's Edge here at Hollywood Studios in Orlando, Florida for the entire day for the celebration of Life Day. I was looking for Life Day merch because somebody said that some of it was released already. I did not see any Life Day merch in Galaxy's Edge yet, so nothing has been placed out yet. I did a couple of things, man. Galaxy's Edge today. I was dead set on. I knew I was going to get this. I also was. I don't know if it was just the Rancor thing that was in my mood, and I was like, I don't have anything Rancor. I was going to get the Rancor flight today. I've not gotten it yet, and I was totally going to do that today, and they were out of it at Batu. I don't know. It wasn't even on the menu, which kind of scares me. So I don't know if they've discontinued it, which I'm going to be mad that I never bought it. Because there was so many times that I was going to do that, and I really, really hope they didn't discontinue it. But the Rancor beer flight set was not available today, so kind of upset with that. I noticed some more like jackets and stuff over by the Resistance encampment that looked really cool. Half tempted to get one or two of those at some point. They have a really cool like belt pouch over there that I'd never seen before. So some things that I just didn't notice that was this close to like buying some extra things today. The other thing was walking through the marketplace and seeing the CSL costumes. So there are some CSL costumes in Blackspire Outpost from the Chandrila collection. They have they have some stuff there. So if you missed some of those items, you can get them there. So they have the cape, and they have the coat, the green coat. They have the blue tunic. They have like the gloves and stuff, and just like the formal like themed stuff. No Chandrila Starline stuff. No Chandrila Starline stuff. And in Doc Ondar's, they have a little display with the earrings, the dangly ones, not the studs, the bracelet, the gold solid one with the CSL emblem. My wife actually has that one. And then the other gold one that I heard, the really expensive gold one. They had those up in a display case and it said, please ask for assistance. So they were really busy in there, but I almost was half tempted to like ask about the jewelry. Yeah, Amy was there here for the race. I forgot about that. I forgot she was here for the race. Yeah, so I don't know if how much they have left of it, all that good stuff. I don't know the pricing of it, if it's similar to what we got on the Star Cruiser or whatever. But yeah, there is Star Cruiser merch around Batu. I just gotta kind of look around for that. So the other thing I was curious about, and I couldn't get up there because it was just so busy, and it got really busy in Batu this afternoon. But I was curious to know if they still sell like the pieces of the Savi's lightsabers, and like which pieces are available. I need to look at it. I really would love to build another lightsaber, but I just too many legacies that I want, and are available, like this one. But I think I'm done with Legacy for a while. I don't know. I don't know what's coming out next, but maybe my next one will be a build, maybe in the spring. But this one's the one I was waiting for. I've been waiting for this one for a couple years now, and I'm really happy with it. I'm happy with it. I wish they would have designed it a little bit differently to connect, but other than that, it's a good saber. So, and I like the direction that they're going with the light part of it. I did a little bit about 2 bounty hunters today. After I finally got my Magic Band settled, I did have some issues with my Magic Band Plus, but Disney Guest Relations, the amazing people that they are, one of the stores, I didn't see any of the figures. So I don't know where the figures were, but they were not anywhere that I saw at Batu today. So I did not see any D309s or SKs anywhere. I guess they would have been in Droid Builders. And you know what? I walked in Droid Builders, but I didn't really focus on what was in Droid Builders. So I'm guessing they were in Droid Depot, if anything. But yeah, so they still could be in there. I didn't notice, though. But so I used to have the Vader with the Imperial logo on it, which is discontinued, and they wouldn't let me keep it because they were going to give me a new one. They were going to give me a replacement. So I got the Fulcrum Ahsoka one, which I'm happy with. I really do like this one, and I was thinking about buying this one anyway. So I got this one for free because my other one wasn't working, and it kind of useless if it's not going to work anyway. So, but I did a couple of Batu Bounty Hunters today. Ran around and did that. Went into Oga's, obviously. Obviously, went into Oga's. Couldn't get the Rancor flight, so I just got a jet juice and bolted out of there. Road Smugglers Run with a family that had never ridden before and crashed everywhere. But we ended up doing not too bad. We only got one shipment, though. I hacked some stuff. It was a good day. Good day in Batu. Had a Ronto wrap. And then I went over to Brown Derby and had a little bit of food and bev outside of the lounge there. And got a little dessert over on Sunset Boulevard because I just wanted to walk around a little bit elsewhere in Hollywood Studios. So, rode Star Tours. Got all the Rise of Skywalker stuff on Star Tours today. So, starting off with Kylo Ren, and then go into I forget the name of the planet. The planet in the Endor system where the Death Star landed. I can't remember what that planet's called. Yeah, I can't remember. And then with BB-8 as the mid scene, and then Exegol for the final scene, and then back to the Star Tours space hangar. So, not in Batu, in Keystone. Okay, Keystone. Is that on Sunset or is that on Hollywood Boulevard? Interesting. I'm surprised it's not a Droid Depot though, because they do have figures in Droid Depot. I think. I don't know. I know they have figures in the store outside of Star Tours, so I'm surprised they don't sell them in there. Which I did not see them in there because I looked all around in the Star Tours merchandise store and I did not see him in there. So, but yeah. So it was a good day, a good long day in Batu. A little bit tired tonight, so I probably will be cutting this short a little bit, so very soon because I'm a little beat. But ran into some people that took their first and last voyage in September. They were actually supposed to be on the voyage this week, and they had some. Oh man, how did I miss that today? Now I want to go back. Well, I'm going to be back there for Life Day, so I'll probably pop in there for Life Day. See if there's anything that I didn't get. But yeah, I ran into some passengers that were there in September, early September. And we were talking about Star Cruiser, so it was really cool. It's always great. I was just chilling there, and they walked over to me. I don't know. How did they notice I was Star Cruiser? I guess they saw it. No, because I was wearing. Man, how did they realize I was Star Cruiser? That's. I was not wearing this shirt. I have no idea how we got on the topic of Star Cruiser. That's crazy. Maybe they saw my backpack. My backpack had Halcyon on it. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, so it was cool. It was cool running into them. The really sad thing was when I went into the Batu Outfitters and I saw some people looking at the Star Cruiser merch, like the clothing, and I was like, ugh, so sad. And they looked at me and I was like, it's sad because this used to be on the Halcyon. And they looked at me like they had no idea what I was talking about, which is really sad. Like that people still have no idea what Star Cruiser was. But that is another topic that has been told so many times. But yeah, so I think I'm actually going to drop off. Thank you, Ben, for joining in. I don't know who else. Somebody else is watching. I have no idea who you are, but thank you for joining in for this live stream of Space Oats, a Star Wars podcast. I do this every week, every Tuesday. So CCM. What's CCM? I don't know what CCM is. You gotta explain that to me, Ben. I don't know CCM. Yeah, so I do this every week. A little bit of Star Wars history news. Sometimes I was gonna. By the way, I was going to do, and I said this a couple times leading up to this week, and I think I even had it in my description at one point. I was going to do a crucial character pick from Star Wars Resistance, but I didn't feel I could do it justice tonight because I wanted to watch Resistance a little bit, and I watched the first episode today, which my wife looked at me and was like, "What is this? Is this new?" I was like, "No, this came out a long time ago," because I haven't watched Resistance since it came out, and honestly, it wasn't that bad. It got better with season 2, and now that we have some of the ties with some of the characters in Ahsoka, with people that are related to the characters, I kind of want to watch it again. But I want to. Oh, everybody knows the crucial crew. They had no idea who I was, actually. They had no idea who I was. We introduced ourselves at the very end before I left, and I gave them my name, and I said, or otherwise known as the crucial crew member, and they had no idea who I was. But they did know who Heroes of the Halcyon were, and I said I was on their podcast a year ago. I really want to get back and do another podcast with them if I can ever get connected. We've been trying, and it's virtually impossible. But yeah, so they knew who Heroes were, and they've listened to a couple of their podcasts, so maybe they'll go back and listen to my episode. Who knows? But anyway, they did not know who I was. CCM, though, that's funny. So yeah, so I'm trying to do my character pick a little justice and watch some of the Resistance again before I do that crucial character pick, because I already picked the character. I know which character it is from Resistance that is my crucial character pick. I really love the character. I would love to see that character come into play somehow. I don't know how because of the time frame and her age. Ooh, I just gave away some because of their age. But I would like to see that character in live action. He would be a really cool character. So who knows? But maybe a relative of that character that we have not seen yet. Now that kind of gives it away too, because we've already seen another relative of a different character. So, yeah, who knows? I don't know, but that'll be next week. I'm gonna do it next week. I'm gonna do that next week. Star Cruiser is like CrossFit. That's funny. I love that. I don't really know the comparisons. I don't even know if I know all the comparisons or why that's the case, because I've never really been into CrossFit. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I almost went an hour. This is crazy. It's amazing how you could just start talking about Star Wars. But Ben, thank you for joining in as always, and whoever else is watching, thank you for joining. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate it. Join again, subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm trying to get this. So, and I think I've said this a couple times on my other social media with I do the live stream on my way to work on my Instagram page. I would like to move that to YouTube, honestly, because I would like to have those videos saved forever, and Instagram does not save the videos. So just for record and like having them as like shows from the past, I would love to have those as a, you know, be able to save them. I can't do like instant live on YouTube until I get 50 subscribers. So trying to get some subscribers. So please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Join in for these live shows here where we do this for an hour. And then, yeah, on my Instagram page, which is also the Crucial Crew member. Follow me there. I do some short Today in Star Wars broadcasts every Thursday through Sunday. We talk a little bit about some Star Wars history, usually going into in depth for some of it. And yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you for joining in again. Until next time, watch some Star Wars, listen to some Star Wars, play some Star Wars, read some Star Wars, do something Star Wars each and every week, at least every week, right? But most importantly, may the stars light your way. Have a great night, everyone.